Hello, welcome. This is the Fearless Planet. It's a speaking event that a bunch of amazing entrepreneurs have started doing recently. This is my baby. I founded the Fearless Planet, but I'm so excited because more and more people are jumping on board and speaking their truth twice a week on their personal profiles on Facebook. The reason behind it, us doing this is there's two reasons. One is very practical, it's just to stay consistent and to show up. And it's great, but the second one is even better because you get to speak your truth. You get topics that are not always easy, but you get to say what you have to say about these topics. And today is quite curious one. Today's topic is why releasing the past creates a better future. I am so this is a close one to me and to my heart. By the way, if you are watching this somewhere outside my personal profile, my name is Juliet Stapleton and I'm a visibility strategist. I'm also founder of the Fearless Planet and Fearless Planet Attraction Method. What happened? I can't speak. Well, anyway, I'm just going to put the window. If I see anybody commenting, let me know if you're watching this, where you're watching this from, and if you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay, let me know where you're watching this from anyway, and I appreciate you taking your time joining me. So, why releasing the past creates a better future? The biggest problem I find with people is that they resist growing. But growing also means changing. It's very simple. Look at the plants. You put a seed in the ground and it opens up and then the little shoot comes up and the shoot brings, spurs, is that a word? Leaves and stuff like that. So you can see this plant grow and transform, but it's constantly transforming. Even when it's grown up, it's constantly giving new leaves, new branches, it's constantly transforming. And our life, to me, is the same. We're constantly changing, and therefore, what happened to us in the past, with every day, is no longer what it is now. And I feel it very acutely. I have very strong feelings about it. Because when you hang on to your past, you're telling yourself that you are not growing. It's not that you haven't changed. Maybe there's some good things in your past and you don't want to say that you are, you want to stay like this. That's okay. There's some goodness in us that should always be there and shouldn't be changed because this is what our beauty and uniqueness. But sometimes people are too afraid to change. People are afraid to change not because they are afraid to grow. They're afraid to change because they think, what are others going to talk about or say about this? If I change, how is it going to affect the rest of us? And that stops people from achieving anything in life. That stops people from showing up. And for me as a visibility strategist, it's a huge issue because I see people who are afraid to be showing up and speaking the truth and putting, being transparent in public because they're just too concerned what other people will think about them, or especially if they're going to like them or not. But at the end of the day, seeking approval is a waste of time. Same as caring about judgments, it's a waste of time because you have no control, and I always say that you have no control over what other people think. People think. My English is not great today. If you're watching me and you're not English speaking, making mistakes on the live video in another language you speak is okay, and I tell you why. Because our brain, if I'm not English speaking and my brain has to constantly produce speech in English, right? That just means that I'm very, very, very good at it, and I'm very awesome, and I'm working very hard. So I'm very proud of myself. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. That's why I'm a foreigner in this country, or in, whatever. But just saying, that's just a little rant. But today is a hard day for me. I don't know, English is not very easy to me today, for some reasons. Okay, well, so I hope that's okay. That just sums up. I am someone who not only I release my past, it's not easy because sometimes, especially with me personally, if somebody hurt you, I'm not good at releasing, and forgiving and forgetting, I might forgive them, but I think that what happens is that I forgive, but I remember, I can't forget, I always say I'm like an elephant, I remember all the badness. So I remember, and because I remember, I never give them the same level of respect or trust as before. And I do trust people first. Well, not everybody, but you know, I'm not someone you have to prove to me that you're trustworthy. I will give you this chance, and then if you undermine this and you hurt me, well, then there's no mercy from me. And I do burn bridges, and that's something that I have. I'm not great at confrontations. I try not to confront people, but I can, you know, never talk to you again. So that's how I deal with it, right? So that's how, but I still release it, because I know that holding on to the hurt is, that maybe that's why I burn the bridge, because, you know, if I don't have it in my sight, I don't have it in my mind, right? So it's easy for me to deal with it. I don't know if it's a release, but that's the way it works for me. And this is the Fearless Planet, is where we talk about how we deal with things and what we believe in, right? So I believe in the fact that you do release your past, and it's important that you're not focused and fixated on the negative thing that happened, or anything that happened, whether negative or positive or neutral, anything that happened in the past. Don't get fixated on it, because life moves on and you are changing, whether you want to admit it or not. Things are changing, other people are changing, people who hurt you may be changing as well. Well, not maybe, they are changing. Sometimes not to the best, but that's a different conversation. So it's important that we grow constantly, and growing comes with welcoming the change in your life, and being open-minded, and being flexible, and being, you know, happy and positive about these new things, and not being afraid to take chances, because there's no such thing as failure. There's only change of direction. And I love that. You know, since I've started thinking about failure as just a change of direction, and I've said it, and I keep saying it, life has become much easier. It feels easier, because there is no fixation on this negative thing. What's past is past, what's future hasn't happened. What now is the most important thing. So that's why, for me, releasing the past always creates a better future, because it gives you freedom, and it helps you be more fearless in life. And you know, if you know me, I'm all about being fearless. Feel the fear, but you do it anyway, because you don't know. Maybe on the other side of that fear is that bigger dream you have, and it's just about to come true. All you have to do is take this one step. And I have done this, and I've posted in the last few days about the steps I've taken like this, and all my dreams came true. So I'm a living proof that you should be doing this. Thanks a million for watching this. If you're wondering, if you're joining me and you're wondering what is the Fearless Planet, the Fearless Planet is a speaking event. We have a bunch of awesome entrepreneurs who are speaking on their personal profiles. Some subjects are business related, some subjects are personal development related. But we just want to make this life we have a little better, our businesses a little better, our world a little better. Because if we create awareness about certain things and we help each other, you know, with motivating each other, inspiring each other, we will live in the better world. And that's very, very important, you know. Very important for us, for our kids, for the legacy that we're leaving in on this planet, for the planet itself, you know, because what we're doing to it is terrible, and we need to wake up. So this is what it is. If you want to join us, check out fearlessplanet.me. There is a manifesto that I wrote, and if you resonate with that and you do want to speak with us, join us. Apply, and if you're awesome, you will get through. Thanks a million for watching this. My name is Juliet Stapleton. I'm a visibility strategist, and this was the Fearless Planet.